Hello everyone, and welcome to another art tutorial with UdoCreatives. In this video, we're going to show how to draw Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, using line drawing and watercolor. We will do this in a 4-step process. Step 1 will show how to represent Rudolph outline using compound shapes. Step 2 will build on Step 1 to add more details to Rudolph. Step 3 will show my base watercolor layer. Step 4 will build on Step 3 to add more watercolor details such as shadows and highlights. Stay tuned for this fun video like no other. If you find this video helpful, please like it and subscribe to UdoCreatives for more art content. Now on to Step 1. We will work on the outline for our sketch here. Sketches are important as they create the foundation of your work. It allows you to experiment with different character forms and designs. Follow closely as I show the outline version of Rudolph here. For this, I am using an F graphite pencil. You can notice me use simple shapes to create my outline sketch. I'll start with a circle for the head. Then stick figure antlers. Then an ellipse for the body. Then stick legs and a triangular tail. Then a compound shape for the snout. And finally some tiny circles for the knees. Now on to Step 2. Step 1 gave us a basic outline for our sketch. So, using that as a reference, we can sketch out some more details. You can draw Step 2 on your Step 1, but I have chosen to separate them out for clarity. It also means that I will not have to erase as much. I'll first redo my sketch from Step 1. Now, I will start adding some details. On the snout, I will add the circular nose, and then the mouth. Next, I will add the eyes. And then the ears. And then improve the antlers a bit more. Do not panic if you can't do it like I am doing here. I will darken the outline later and you can see all the details clearer and follow along better. Next, using the stick legs as a guide, I will thicken the legs. They are no longer just stick drawings, but now look like actual legs. I will also define my body shape a bit more. Same with the tail. Keep practicing and you will grow as an artist. Our pencil sketch is now complete. We can now outline this sketch to form the next layer of our work. For the outline, I will be using a Sakura Pigma Micron 08 pen. Follow closely as I outline our sketch here. You can see how my pen outline improves the details already. It also allows me to add even more visible details than the pencil. You can see some subtle details a lot better. Once this part is done, you can pause the video and try to copy it. Don't forget that you can add your own touch to it. Let your imagination run wild. I like using this Sakura Pigma Micron 08 pen because I can erase the bottom pencil layers without any smudging. Now we can move to step 3. Here, we will focus on painting. Again, you can do this directly on your step 2 outline, but I have separated it for clarity. I will quickly get back to where I was on step 2. And then, we can dive right into coloring Rudolph using watercolor. Anyways, let us jump into the painting. I will be using a tiny brush here as it gives me the precision I need. I'm first going to wet my tiny brush. Reindeers have brown fur, and so I will use brown for Rudolph's fur. Not all parts of a reindeer are covered with fur. So I will not paint the entire figure brown, but instead, I will keep some areas bare. Next, I will work on the bare areas. I am choosing a mid-grey color for this. Next, I will paint Rudolph's iconic red nose with, you guessed it, red. Now, we can move to step 4. This is our final step. The entire point of this step is to add details such as shadows using our watercolor and pen. As usual, you can do this directly on your step 3, but I have separated it for clarity. I will quickly get back to the outlined version of Rudolph. In this part, I will use the same colors as earlier. But I will introduce some dark tones in my mixture, as you will see. This will give shadowy effects. I'm creating the darker tones by adding more pigment to my original mixes. I'll start with the body. You can see some places where my brown is darker because there is more pigment. For the chest and mid areas, I will mix my mid-grey tone with some brown to blend it in. Now that my initial color layer is done, I will create an even darker shade of brown. For this, I will add more pigment and a tiny bit of black. This will help create some shadowy outlines and give a 3D layered look. Be very careful during this step so that you do not ruin your work. My tiny brush is perfect for this. Again, I will paint the nose red. Next, I will create some depth in the mouth using an even darker, almost black, shade of brown. You can also use black. Next, I will add some grey on the white of the eyes. Then I will work on the antlers. Next, using the same really dark shade of brown as the depth of the mouth, I will create more shadowy outlines around my reindeer. Now that I am done coloring, I will add some final touches with my pen. I will use my Sakura Pigma Micron 08 pen to deepen the character outlines and bring out the hooves. And there we have it. Rudolph drawn using pencil and pens for line sketching, and watercolor for coloring. Remember that practice is key to improving on your art journey, so do not feel discouraged if you do not get it right the first time. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to always start out with a simplified sketch to see what designs you can experiment with. Please like this video and subscribe to UdoCreatives for more art content.